They expected us to be sad all the time. What for? I called in. You know what happened on the phone? She said, "My goodness, a miracle occurred. Like 3 days ago, she woke up. She could suddenly move, walk. She got up. So she went immediately to the hospital. They were trying to figure out what was happening here. And I asked her, why didn't you tell us back? Why don't you call us back? And there was silence. Oh, okay. Forgot about that, right? And then I told her that I was doing that. I told her the dates and times when I was sending, on what was happening, and what I was feeling, the movements. And she said everything, 1 to 1 was correct. And then she said that in the hospital, like when they visited her, and she talked to them, she had to re-ask their names because she kept forgetting them. She had a stroke. She was about to die, and suddenly she comes back to life. This is a great spiritual healing modality. But you have to do it with your heart. When I was sending this energy, this spirit there to heal her, I was inside and out crying, for her, showing so much empathy. Where are you? Where is that tweezer? Come on. I can't find you, my tweezer, damn it. And where is the snow? There it is. And then I said, okay, I'm going to send tomorrow, on the next day, another healing at a specific time. So, because on those instruments that she was hooked on, it's visible to see that something's happening. Those things react to. Same thing, you can energize water or program water. Yes, that's a good idea. I may program water with the healing. Maybe I can heal myself from this Borealis. And maybe they keep on lying to me, saying, no, you're still ill. You still have Borealis. But instead, I'm healed from it, This is also possible, because I've been lied at so many times. My home physician one time dropped me instead of helping me. That I will never forget. I forgive, but I won't forget, This is it. Then I have to go deeper to get it out and break through. So on the next day, things start getting better. Calling back, how is she doing? Yes, she can remember her names. Their names, So for me, that was another breakthrough. Because that spiritual healing energy, they call it like that. It's called in German die göttliche Kraft, die Begradigungsenergie, die Christusenergie. They call it like that. And there's also a translation from it in English. It's called divine healing energy. Well, they call it energy because maybe spirit sounds too, I don't know, too scary. But it's interesting, when I try to heal myself from my, I have a light scoliosis a few years ago. What happens is it's actually for that, to when you have something like a crooked spine, one leg is shorter than the other, same thing with the shoulders, Yes, it says, well, you start this energy, and after 10 minutes it's done, right? That works with another one who does that really good. Within 3 seconds he can do it. That's real super spiritual energy. But this here takes much more time. I've experimented with them, like on people who needed help, and for everything is an experiment. When you get a antibiotic from a doctor, it's also an experiment. He may know that this may help, but it also has thousands of side effects. So you may get that side effect or those side effects, you know what I mean? So this is everything an experiment. You go on a date and you don't know if it's going to work out with this date or not. It's another experiment, right? Can't find my tweezer up there. So with the spine, it works the same way. Also, I've experimented with that on my mother as well. She had a spine problem, and years doctors just played with her, giving her injections against the pain. They didn't get this idea like, let's send her to a ultrasound, no, to a what is it called, to get it scanned. If Röntgen, X-ray, yes. They didn't get this idea to do that. So I kept giving her different kinds of energy until she got really pain. And with that pain, eventually they sent her then to this X-ray. And she told me before where this pain came from. But yes, and it said so. She had a crooked back at the lower back. The spine was crooked. So the pains were coming and going, coming and going. So what are you going to do? You're lifelong going to take injections? Or let me help her. Because I want to help, I want to heal. I don't want to hurt, It's not my fault that when the healing starts, that this may cause a lot of pain. Yeah? So after having learned that, I tell it in advance, saying like, this I will start, but you have to know that this may cause you a lot of pain. In Reiki, they say, for instance, when you have their kind of healings, you're not supposed to take any painkillers and so on. The body has to be natural, which is bullshit. Because it works just as well when you take painkillers, So this is what with my mother, I said, when this happens and you have pain, just take a painkiller. Because when you take surgery, before you go into surgery, they give you as well anesthesia, so you are going into sleep. So while they're doing surgery on you, when you wake up and you start to heal off from this medication, then it starts to hurt as well, right? So then I started giving her this healing, this spiritual healing. It's without touching, but you may also touch it, the spine area. And you know what happened? She was getting more and more pain. And this was hurting me in my heart. Here I want to give healing, to heal someone, but it causes her pain. Then she starts looking at me like, what is he doing? Is he hurting me here? But what the spirit was doing is starting to adjust the body to what's about to happen. And on the third day, she was laying here on the bed, with her back upwards, and I was doing the same thing. And I was also saying, maybe we should stop doing this. Maybe we should, break off. How do you say that? To just stop it, She said, no, keep it on. Because in those scripts, it doesn't say that this is going to happen. It says it will heal this person on that and that. But what will happen during that? So, I'm trying to focus this stupid thing here. What? Where are you? I've lost it. There it is. So it started. And there's something interesting that happened. Something like miraculous, you could say. Because I wish that what happened about to tell you is, I wish that had happened within seconds, within minutes, not doing it so many sessions. Because it takes also energy from me, you know. I'm holding the concentration for you to get the healing. So I had my hands on her spine, the right hand on the lower spine, and the left hand on the upper spine, you know, because the spine controls everything. You know, it's like a main cord, like a main power supply. And then it happened. I was like doing this already 30 minutes, this healing session. And I suddenly felt underneath my right hand that there was something moving. And instinctive, I took off my hand, put it up, you know, to look what's happening here. And I saw when two spines were moving, like something or someone was